rallies are fast-moving.
Unlike other big rallies,
Cockpit earlier at about 7 a.m. Welcome to #CH2013.
Today on Rappler, actor Matt Ranillo may testify in the pork barrel scam. Filipino figure skater Michael Martinez makes it to the next round in the Sochi Winter Olympics. And a reality check on Valentine's Day in the Philippines, more than 4,400 new cases of HIV reported in 2013. Hello, I'm Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. The Department of Justice, or DOJ, says it will welcome the cooperation of actor Matt Ranillo in the plunder case against lawmakers involved in the multi-billion peso pork barrel scam. In her testimony on the scam, potential state witness Ruby Tuazon earlier said the actor delivered Senator Jinggoy Estrada's 11.9 million peso commission. Justice Secretary Laila de Lima earlier said the department will be investigating Ranillo and others named in Tuazon's sworn affidavit. Tuazon's testimony linked Senators Estrada and Juan Ponce Enrile as direct recipients of kickbacks from the pork barrel scam, where lawmakers allegedly siphoned their discretionary funds to fake NGOs of alleged mastermind Janet Lim Napoles. Tuazon appeared before the Senate hearing on the scam Thursday. On Friday, de Lima says Ranillo may want to testify. She adds, "We would welcome that. Let's see what will be the value of his testimony if and when he cooperates." De Lima says Ranillo is eligible as an ordinary witness because he is not a respondent in any of the complaints related to the scam. Nearly 100 days after Super Typhoon Yolanda or Haiyan, Senator Bongbong Marcos inspects bunkhouses for typhoon survivors in Leyte. Marcos heads the Senate Public Works Committee. During his visit, he disputes a claim by the Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, that it finished building all 222 bunkhouses. Public Works Secretary Rogelio Singson tells Rappler the DPWH finished building the bunkhouses, but, quote, "what is lacking would be the corrections of the deficiencies." Marcos also criticizes the social welfare development for its slow turnover of bunkhouses. Based on his estimates, Marcos says only 20% of bunkhouses have been given to Yolanda survivors.
At sa tingin ko naman, inaayos naman talaga nila. Pero sana mas mabilis at sana yung mga report na ganyan na sinasabing tapos na lahat, make it accurate dahil nakita naman ninyo hindi pa tapos lahat eh. So we have a long way to go. And again, ulit-ulitin ko, sana bilisan na yung pag-turnover ng mga bunkhouse, ng mga unit. Kasi nakita naman ninyo marami pang nakatira sa tent.
On Sunday, the Philippines will mark the 100th day after the super typhoon killed at least 6,000 Filipinos and affected 16 million others. Filipino figure skater Michael Martinez goes on to the next round. Martinez finishes 19th of 29 competitors in the men's short program at the Winter Olympics in Sochi, Russia. His top 24 finish qualifies him for Friday's long program. With a score of 64.81, the 17-year-old figure skater from Manila, the Philippines' lone bet to the games, impresses the judges with a clean triple axel where he completed a 360-degree spin thrice over. Yuzuru Hanyu of Japan tops the program with a score of 101.45. The competition continues Friday night with a longer free skate program, which will determine who leaves Sochi with a medal. Martinez's chances for the gold may increase because of the unexpected withdrawal of 2006 Olympic men's gold medalist Evgeny Plushenko, who didn't compete because of a back injury. For our social media post of the day, netizens praise Michael Martinez for his impressive performance at the Winter Olympics, but remain cautiously optimistic about his chances at Olympic gold. Jonathan Guevara says, "I do not expect him to win a medal in Sochi. Having him compete in the Winter Olympics is already an accomplishment. Unknowingly, he just opened the gate so others can follow." Annabelle Avellino says, "He's great, but to be more realistic, a medal at this time is a little far-fetched. He's young and still has a long way to go, but one thing is for sure, this is just the beginning of something awesome for this young man." Bob Fajardo says, "His performance was so heartfelt, gave me goosebumps. I no longer saw him as a Filipino trying to ice skate, but a real performer. Will a 4-day school week help ease traffic in the metro? Metropolitan Manila Development Authority Chairman Francis Tolentino proposes shortening the school week to, quote, lessen traffic congestion and reduce education and energy costs. In a statement Friday, Tolentino says this model is being tried in at least 21 states in the United States. He also suggests alternatives like open universities and off-site campuses to ease traffic. Tolentino says he already proposed the setup to Education Secretary Armin Luistro. This comes as Metro Manila braces for heavy traffic from the Stage 3 construction of the Skyway and other infrastructure projects. Advocacy groups raised the alarm on the rise of HIV cases. More than 4,400 new cases of HIV were reported in the Philippines in 2013. An HIV-positive advocate says there's life and love after being diagnosed HIV positive. David Lozada reports.
Like other young adults his age, this young man maintains a healthy lifestyle and takes good care of his body. But unlike his peers, he has the human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. Choi, not his real name, got infected in 2012. Choi says it was difficult to accept at first, but he has learned to face reality.
I had regrets at first. Now, I'm enjoying my life. I've given up on my regrets.
Choi is in a relationship with a guy who is HIV negative. He says the disease never got in the way.
I told my boyfriend that I was HIV positive after 3 months. He accepted me. I was so happy because he said he wasn't afraid of the virus.
Choi and his boyfriend are members of Love Yourself Incorporated, a volunteer organization that deals with HIV awareness, education, and prevention among youth and men having sex with men. People can get free HIV testing in Love Yourself clinics. They offer counseling to people diagnosed with HIV. Love Yourself founder and president Vin Pagtakhan says the organization aims to stop the spread of HIV. And the big part of that is sexual education.
Here in the Philippines, when young people talk about sex, it's like bawal or it's bad. So people are not exposed to things that they should know at an early age, and they, explore without them knowing. So the tendency is that they do risky behavior.
According to a report, around 4,500 new cases were diagnosed with HIV from January to November 2013. 95% of these cases involved males, while 28% were aged 15 to 24 years old. Males having sex with males account for 83% of sexual transmission. Conservative groups say chastity is the best way to prevent the spread of HIV. But Love Yourself says this is no longer true for this generation. Given the current culture among the youth, advocates say HIV awareness and safe sex is key. As for Choi, he says he learned to appreciate life and other people better.
Never ever be afraid to get HIV testing. If you're positive, it's okay. There are people who can provide your biomedical and psychosocial needs.
It's a simple message. Life doesn't end with HIV. HIV-positive people need our love and understanding. As they say, hate the condition but not the person. David Lozada, Rappler, Makati.
A special Valentine's Rappler hangout, #LoveFromAfar on #Balikbayan, tackles a subject close to many long-distance relationships. Rappler talks to two couples living continents apart but whose relationships thrive despite the distance. Ryan Macasero reports.
Ang pag-ibig mo ay di mahawik sa iba. Ikinuhit ng tadhana, maging tayong dalawa. Natatanging sa'yo lang liligaya. Baka nga ikaw na siya.
This is Lara, a classical opera singer and songwriter from the University of the Philippines. Her partner, Gian Gonzalez, plays the cello. He is a music scholar at the University of Tennessee in the United States. Music brought them together and at the same time moved them apart.
I sent those flowers. I was talking to my friend, and I was actually planning to send her every new moon for the whole 2 years that I was here.
without me knowing.
Yeah, without her knowing. So I was really happy when we became a couple because I really like I really love her.
Leaving loved ones behind is often a harsh necessity in the Philippines when one goes to work or school abroad. Most respond to long-distance relationships or LDRs with skepticism. A study by Queen's University and the University of Utah says there is little difference in well-being between couples who live close together or far apart. And there are couples who make LDRs work.
Actually, one of the friends that she was very scared because she wanted us to be together. So she was telling me that what if something goes wrong, then it's so she wanted me to make a move when I get back after the 2 years.
Lara admits she hesitated when she got together with Gian, knowing he was going abroad to study, but she says it just felt right.
We just had to. We felt it was right, the right thing to do. And with all these apps now available, free, online, we can make this work. We just knew that we can make this work.
Michelle Dumbrique's partner, Paul Rojas, lives in Southern California. She has been in a long-distance relationship before and says communication is key.
Yeah, I guess it's more open and honest communication. You just really have to get rid of that filter as well. No inhibitions. Just have to really tell that person and appreciate or show them how much you appreciate them. Because oftentimes, if you're in a long distance relationship, it's really easy to neglect if you get busy with your day-to-day stuff. So.
Long-distance relationships take time, constant communication, and leaves no room for excuses. In the end, it's not the distance but the strength of the love that matters. Ryan Macasero, Rappler, Manila.
Watch the full hangout on Rappler.com/Balikbayan. Thousands of riot police clear anti-government protest sites in Bangkok Friday, reclaiming areas near government headquarters. The operation is an unexpected shift in tactics by the government, which previously allowed protesters to camp out at locations around Bangkok in their bid to force Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra from office. Thailand's National Security Council chief says they will arrest protest leaders and adds it's not a crackdown on the protests, it's enforcement of the law over the protest sites. Protesters occupied major intersections in the capital since January 13th, although disruption to people's daily lives has been limited. Yingluck's government held a general election earlier this month in an attempt to ease political tensions in Thailand. Let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 7, the International Energy Agency, or IEA, says more oil is needed globally to keep up with unexpectedly strong demand. Analysts earlier warned of oil surplus, but the IEA says advanced countries led by the United States increase their demand for oil. IEA urges the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, not to cut down on production, saying the market needs to replenish exceptionally low stocks. At number 8, some 200,000 people from 36 villages evacuate Friday after Mount Kelud in Java, Indonesia erupts. Kelud is one of the most dangerous volcanoes on the island and has killed more than 15,000 people since 1500. This comes days after Mount Sinabung on western Sumatra Island erupted, leaving at least 16 people dead. And at number 10, poor physical health isn't the only sign of malnutrition among children. Doctors observe malnourished kids are more irritable, lethargic, and apathetic. The World Health Organization says malnourished children lack energy, so they become less curious and playful. In nearly a decade, the prevalence of underweight children in the Philippines has barely changed. In March, Rappler will officially launch #Hunger Project. You can see it on site now. This brings together advocates who believe the problem of hunger can be solved. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page. That crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories that have affected our readers and viewers the most emotionally. These 10 stories have gotten the most number of votes on their mood meter. If we take a look today is the 90th birthday of Juan Ponce Enrile, fixture in Philippine history, recent history. 10 things you may not know about JPE. Interesting mood meter, but 42% say they don't care, but they voted enough to vote don't care. And of course, the man who dominates the mood meter right now, you have Michael Martinez here, and the top story that's gotten the most number of votes. Martinez enters top 24 of Sochi figure skating. He's at number 19. You have 18% inspired, 77% happy. That green bringing out the mood of the day. Today, most people are happy. That is Rappler's newscast for today, Friday, February 14th, 2014. Happy Valentine's Day. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Maria Ressa. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.